Everyone has an opinion about the Big Four. Accounting students treat it like the Holy Grail. People outside accounting have never heard of it. And the people actually working there, they're usually too busy to talk about it. I work at a Big Four firm, and in this video, I'm going to tell you what it's actually like. Not the recruiting brochure version, not the vengeful ex-employee version, just an honest picture of what you're signing up for in 2026. I'm not going to sugarcoat things, but I'm also not here to trash the experience. There's a lot that's genuinely good about it, and some things that will catch you off guard if nobody warns you. If you're not familiar, the Big Four refers to the four largest accounting and professional services firms in the world: Deloitte, PwC, EY, and KPMG. Combined, they employ hundreds of thousands of people globally and audit the majority of large public companies. For most accounting students, they represent the most prestigious entry point into the profession. The name on your resume carries weight, the training is structured, and the exit opportunities are genuinely excellent. What a lot of people don't realize is how large and diverse these firms actually are. It's not just auditors. There's advisory, consulting, tax, deals, technology. It's essentially a collection of different businesses under one brand. Your experience at Big Four depends enormously on which service line you're in, which office you're at, and honestly, which team you land on. Let me go through some of the things recruiting presentations love to emphasize and give you the honest version of each. They say, amazing culture and work-life balance initiatives. Reality. The culture varies wildly by team. Some teams are genuinely collaborative and supportive. Others are sink or swim. You won't know which one you're getting until you're in it. The work-life balance initiatives exist, but busy season is busy season regardless of what the posters say. They say, unparalleled learning and development opportunities. Reality. This one is actually true, but not in the way you'd expect. You won't learn from sitting in training rooms. You learn by being thrown into client situations you're not fully prepared for and figuring it out. It's accelerated learning, but it can feel overwhelming in the first few months. They say, global opportunities and mobility. Reality. These exist, but they're competitive and not guaranteed. Don't choose a Big Four firm primarily because of international opportunities unless you've had a very specific conversation with your recruiter about what that actually looks like. They say, competitive compensation. Reality. The starting salary is solid for accounting, but not exceptional compared to finance or tech roles. The real compensation story at Big Four is the resume value and exit opportunities, not the paycheck itself. Here are the things that genuinely caught me off guard in my first few months on the job that nobody really warned me about. First, how much communication matters. I expected the job to be technical and analytical, and it is, but an enormous part of the job is communicating with clients, managing relationships, and explaining complex things simply. If you're someone who went into accounting to avoid talking to people, that's worth reconsidering. Second, the variance between teams. I cannot overstate this. Two people starting at the same firm, in the same service line, in the same office, can have completely different experiences based purely on which manager and partner they end up working with. This is why networking within the firm during recruiting matters. You're not just choosing a company, you're choosing a team. Third, how quickly you're expected to contribute. There's an onboarding period, but it's shorter than you'd expect. Within a few months, you're on real client engagements, doing real work with real deadlines. That's exciting, but it also means the learning curve is steep and the stakes feel real early. Fourth, the exit opportunity mindset is real and it's everywhere. A significant portion of Big Four employees are there for 2 to 4 years with a specific exit in mind: industry accounting, private equity, internal audit at a major company. That's not a criticism, it's just the reality of how people think about the Big Four as a career stage rather than a career destination. So who should actually pursue Big Four? If you want structured early career training, a recognizable brand on your resume, and exposure to a wide variety of industries and clients in a short period of time, Big Four is genuinely hard to beat as a starting point. If you're someone who needs a lot of hand-holding, struggles with ambiguity, or prioritizes work-life balance above everything else in your first job, it might be a rougher adjustment than you're expecting. The people I've seen thrive share a few traits. They're adaptable, they ask good questions, They don't wait to be told what to do, and they're genuinely curious about how businesses work. The technical accounting skills matter, but they're almost secondary to those traits in the early years. One thing I'd say to anyone on the fence: the Big Four experience in 2026 is different from what people who left 5 or 10 years ago describe. Remote and hybrid work has changed the culture significantly. The hours are still demanding during busy season, but the day-to-day flexibility is better than the horror stories you might have heard from older professionals. Looking at the Big Four. Yes, for most accounting students who can get an offer, it's worth doing for at least 2 to 3 years. The resume value is real, the training is real, and the network you build is genuinely valuable for the rest of your career. But go in with realistic expectations. It's a demanding job at a large corporation with all the complexity that comes with that. It's not a perfect meritocracy, it's not always fair, and your experience will depend significantly on factors outside your control, like which team you land on. The people who get the most out of Big Four are the ones who treat it as a deliberate career investment with a clear idea of what they're trying to get out of it, rather than either idealizing it or just drifting through it. If you're currently going through Big Four recruiting or trying to decide whether it's the right move, I'll be covering a lot more of this on the channel. Recruiting timelines, salary breakdowns, service line comparisons, and what exit opportunities actually look like in practice. Subscribe to the Audit Trail if that's useful to you. See you in the next one.